Brother Ben here. Brother Ben. Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben. And Ben tells them about the minister. And Ben tells them about the minister.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to your power call. If you're here for your very first time, what we do is we discuss something that's going to help you out in your life. Listen to a lecture, go over some exercises, and then I want to hear feedback at the end. Today or this week, I actually want to dedicate this week to you all. I want to dedicate this to you all in helping you all discover what your calling is and discover what your purpose is. And before we get started, I want to read quotes from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as it pertains to you finding your purpose. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said this about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He said that he stated, what you love to do and what you do best is more than likely what you were born to do. I'm going to say that again. Write this down, put it in your notes. What you love to do and what you do best is more than likely what you were born to do. Now, I believe that there are a lot of us out there that you have a gift, and many of us think we don't have a gift or we're not really good at anything. You have a gift, but you don't acknowledge the gift due to some mental blockage that you have. You may naturally be good at singing. You may naturally be good at solving problems. You may naturally be good at helping people organize. And all of these are things that people get paid six figures for. You may naturally be good at teaching. You may naturally be good at taking complex concepts and simplifying them. You may naturally be able to accompany someone who's powerful, accompany and be the admin to someone who can get the following. See, so a lot of times you think that you have to be the one that have the big brand, that have the big following. No, what if you are the one who just aids the one who does? So many times you have to go back and find yourself worthy enough. There are some mental issues that you have that you don't feel worthy enough. So even when you do well and even when you're good at something, you don't even feel like, that's something I'm good to do. When other people are telling you, I think you're pretty good at that. So a lot of times whenever you're discovering what you love to do and what you're good at, you may struggle with the part what you're good at. So you may have to ask someone else, hey, what is it that I'm good at? What is it that you would naturally call on me for that I'm naturally good at? And take it in and then start to live more, start to try new things and do things and just see what you're good at. So the next quote that I want to share with us, the minister said, blessed is the man and woman that has found their purpose. Blessed is the man and woman that has found their purpose. So I can get money. I can go to work. But if that's not my purpose, I'm not going to truly be fulfilled. My bank account may be fulfilled, but it's always going to be something that's still missing in me. And we have heard the stories over and over again about millionaires who commit suicide, about millionaires who are miserable, about millionaires who are still stressed out in their life. And we think because we in poverty, we're not able to pay our bills, we're not able to live a luxury lifestyle, we struggling, we borrowing money, that we think, man, if I just had some money, all my problems would go away. Now, a lot of them I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, I ain't gonna lie on it now. A lot of them will go away, but all of them would not. That's not going to necessarily bring you the peace that you're looking for, God's peace that you get when you're in submission to his will for you. So blessed is the man and woman that has found their purpose. I was speaking really quick. I was speaking to some young brothers this past weekend, and I asked them, What do you want out of life? Like, what does your life look like? He said, man, getting up in the morning, going to my 9 to 5. He said, have me a dog and have a peaceful life. And I asked him, I said, does a peaceful life look like a 9 to 5 to you? He said, yeah, I mean, you got to make money. Boom. I already knew. I got to make money. In his mind, he believes that the only way for him to make money is to go to the 9 to 5. So I encourage you all to think about, man, what do I envision my life looking like? What do I want? And going back to worth, sometimes we feel like we only worthy of just getting money from a 9 to 5. We don't see ourselves valuable enough or smart and intelligent enough to manage a team and get paid from a business without me having to trade my time for money. And once I determine what my chief aim is, I want y'all to Google that. I'm not going to go into it today. Write down, look up, what is a chief aim? It's in Think and Grow Rich. Write down your chief aim. What do I really want? What is my deadline? How am I going to get there? What am I going to exchange of value to get there? Then I line my purpose up with that. So what we're about to go into today, man, is a Japanese really exercise. It's called the Ikigai. Hopefully I'm saying it right. The Ikigai. And it's a very powerful tool. And when I discovered this tool, I said, wow, when I'm questioning people, I ask some of the similar questions in the tribe. I'm helping people discover what their gift is and how they can monetize and all that. But this is a structured way of how you can go about this, defining what your calling is. Because and here's the reason why. A lot of y'all have joined like digital real estate and other people courses, and you want to learn how to grow online, and you want to learn how to create content, and you want another way out of your job, right? But here's why I think this is so important. I have 40,000 posts just on my Instagram alone. You hear these social media guys tell you all the time, post 60 pieces of content per day. In your mind, you thinking, how in the hell am I going to post 60 pieces of content per day? Some of them say even more than that per day. In your mind, you like, how is that possible? Well, you got your YouTube, you got LinkedIn, you got X, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got long form, you got short form. Bro, that's a lot. I'm going to just keep it real. Somebody who love content, that's a lot, bro. So if you don't love whatever you doing, if you don't see an immediate ROI, you going to quit. I'm just keeping it real with you. If you in something just for like, let me see if I can make a little money. When you find out what it really takes, bro, and I'm not saying that you gotta just work yourself, because there are systems that, we offer, systems that automates it, use AI, that makes it easy. But the point is, either way, it ain't no abracadabra is what I'm getting at. If you don't love it, man, you ain't gonna stick to it when your bills is low one month. You ain't gonna stick to it when it take you maybe a year to really brand yourself. Because that's your investment. If you knew that you could sacrifice a year, you have to sacrifice for a year posting content every day, but it eventually would turn into a 6-7 figure business. Would you do it? It's easy to say, yeah, I would, but many of you are not, and that is the process. So if you don't love it, man, if it's not your calling, you're not going to stick to it. So I want you to start to think about, what am I good at and what would I love to do even if I didn't get paid for it? So what you're missing, a lot of people, is that you think what you're good at, you can't get paid for it. Bro, it's people online getting paid off eating strawberries. It's people online getting paid, bro, eating food, pancakes, crab legs on camera. It's people right now, watch this, in UGC content. See, my partner, Sister Dominique, is telling me about this. You don't even have to necessarily just be an influencer these days where you got a large following. They're finding value in everyday people that's not even an influencer. Why? Because when you got a big influencer, people automatically think, oh, that person got paid to do it. So they're actually searching for everyday people There may be older crowd, younger crowd, and they paying them 500,000, 2,000, 3,000 just to make content. But you scared to talk about what you talk about. You scared to talk about them strawberries. You scared to talk about how I used to be in the 80s. You scared to talk about how to make a real cake. You scared, you know what I mean? People are finding people that have a niche and they paying you even if you don't have a large following. So it's so many ways to monetize. Don't worry about that right now. I can help you learn how to monetize and craft the right offer. But think about today, as we watch this video, what you really love to do, what your calling is, and then we'll see if you can monetize this and live a life where I'm doing what I love to do. I'm getting up when I want to get up. I'm transforming lives or helping people. Even if it's entertainment, that's helping people. People be depressed, people be down. I may go watch a comedy show when I'm feeling down a little bit. I go watch something funny. It's still solving a problem. So once you learn how to position yourself, now you can learn to add value to somebody and get money back. Money is a medium of exchange of value. So let's get started here. I mean, I think this is going to be a very valuable video. Keep an open mind, man. And as you're listening to this video, I really want you guys to think about, what do I really love? What do I really love? Because I don't want to help you guys build businesses that you hate. If you want to just build a business to make money, don't come to me. Telling you now, do not come to me. If you're a coach, if you're somebody who got knowledge and a skill set or a service that impacts people and you love it, it's something that you believe is a part of your purpose. I want purpose-based entrepreneurs. Somebody that has a purpose. This is your mission. I want to help those out specifically. So if that's you, then if that's you, then stick around. If it's not, leave. Go look up how to trade stocks or something. You can make some good money in that. Learn risk management and stuff. There go the link right there, Sister Shalon. And it's always the same link that you click. So the same link that you click inside of school, you just give them the same link. All right, here we go. Let's get started here. I think this is going to be a good one, boy. This is going to be a good one right here. Here we go. Take notes.
We're going to talk how to find and do work that you love. Exercise one more time to help solidify this and make it super concrete for you. And really well, or something that the world needs. Okay, so the prompt for this was really, you've just graduated school and now you have to make these big decisions on what you're going to do with your life. Are you going to do something that you love? Something that you're good at, something that pays really well, or something that the world needs? And this is kind of a tough thing. So here you are, you've just graduated. Congratulations, by the way, you made it through a 4-year program. And which route are you gonna go? Which way are you gonna go? And I think the way that the world has told you is you must think of these things as isolated things, that if you do something that you love, you're an artist, you're a poet, you're a writer, you're a musician, something like that. But that means you're going to starve, and it's going to be very selfish because the world really doesn't need you to do this thing. Jonah, is there something that you love to do? That you're like, film and photography. Let's write that down. So Jonah likes film and photography. What about you, Jaden?
I would love to do web design to make money.
Web design? Well, but you can't add to make money. Would you do web design if you made no money?
Maybe.
Okay, so let's put that there. And I'll put one of my own in here too. Okay? When I grew up, I loved to draw. So I thought what I really want to do is to draw comics. That's really what I wanted to do. I love this. The only problem with me drawing comics is I'm not that good of a drafts person. I didn't have any life drawing classes or figure drawing classes, so this was not something I was good at. And I could see that there were other people around me who were more natural born talents in terms of drawing. Are we okay? Okay, great. So you need to do something that you're good at. So Jonah, what are you good at? What comes easy to you? What do you do better than a lot of people? Editing. Okay, this is good. I'm glad the answer is a little bit different. Okay, so yours is editing. And then, Jaden?
I think wireframe.
Wireframe?
Yeah.
Okay, like, what is wireframe to most people?
a skeleton of your website.
Okay, so I'll just write wireframe then. Wireframe. Okay, so some level of self-awareness helps right now. So we wrote down editing, wireframe, things that I'm good at. I think I like business. I think I've known that for a really long time. Some people think, oh, you've discovered that you want to be an entrepreneur and you discovered that after college. I said, no. When I was growing up, I always wanted to try to figure out how I could do something that was valuable to other people and to sell it for more than what it cost me to make. So in the beginning, I sold candy when I was in junior high. I sold Ninja Stars, which is illegal, so don't do that. Anything I can get my hands on to make that I could hopefully inject a little creativity or give somebody something they needed, then I would be able to make money. So I was thinking like, well, I'm pretty good at doing business stuff, I think. And the more I learned, the better I got at doing that. Okay. So then this is usually the voice of your mom or your dad or somebody who's taking care of you, your guardian. They usually want to protect you from harm, so they advise you to do things that pay well. So they usually take a look back into history and say, historically speaking, what has paid well. So Jonah, what did your parents tell you?
Okay, really quick. As he is asking these questions, I want you guys to put this in the comment section. So write it down. But I want to see, I mean, if y'all don't mind, as he's saying, what do you love? What are you good at? I want you guys to be putting it in the comment section. Let's make this interactive. I want to read what some of y'all are good at. And watch this. You may not know somebody in the comment section or in the Zoom or on the live may need what you good at. Uh-oh. Okay. So go ahead and put in the comment. As he's asking these questions, you put the answers in the comments.
You should go do this. I'm pretty sure they didn't tell you to do film and editing.
They certainly did not.
So we can't really hear Jonah, but he said they certainly did not. They didn't say that. So what did they say for you?
Mechanical engineering.
Whoa, that's a good say for like mechanical engineering. And okay. And they would have been really proud of you if you became a mechanical engineer. I'm pretty sure of it, right? They would have been. And not. Okay. Hey, while we're on the fly here, Ricky, can you help us out since you're here? Can you get us a wireless mic in case Jonah and Jaden want to participate? Okay, mechanical engineer, that's fantastic. And did you break your parents' heart?
Yes.
And what was the problem? Why didn't you fulfill their dream for their son?
Because that's
What
not
happened?
what I wanted to do.
Did you even try?
Yeah.
So you worked hard at school, tried to get good grades? Oh, you didn't work hard at school. So when you say you tried, what did you try to do then?
I majored in the set it as a major.
Oh, so you did apply to a school to become a mechanical engineer?
Yeah.
What school was that?
University of Houston.
University of Houston. So you got into the school?
Yeah. Well, not for that school, but like just to go on that path.
I see. So you showed up and you're like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so they helped you to pick a career that would pay well, but you didn't feel any love for it. You were probably not good at it either, but they said it would pay well.
Yep.
And Jaden, what about you?
My parents told me to become an engineer too.
An engineer.
IT guy.
An IT person. Okay, I like IT since we won't use that. So an IT person, they thought that would pay well. It would make sure that you're not going to starve. They don't want to see the people they love get hurt. That's just the bottom line. That's why parents do what they do, right? We understand that. Okay. For me, my parents wanted me to become, this is pretty typical of immigrant families, a doctor or a lawyer. And believe it or not, when I took my high school aptitude test, and I filled it all out, and it told me I should be a stockbroker. So I thought maybe I need to be a stockbroker. They seem to do okay. An investment banker, a hedge fund manager, yeah, that seems right. Now, did any one of your influences, or did you ever consider, what does the world need from you? What does the world need from you?
Oof, I did not.
You did not.
Did you, Jaden?
No, I need to.
You have to talk into the mic, Jaden. Go ahead.
Yep.
So the world didn't need, nobody thinks about this, right?
Yeah.
And this is usually the missing component. Now, some young people today, who's the girl Greta, who sailed across?
Greta Thunberg?
Greta Thunberg? She sailed across the Atlantic solo? Something
No,
like
she sailed with a team.
Oh, she sailed with a team, but she's like a very young girl, and she's very mission-driven, super confident, self-aware human being at such a young age. It's amazing that somebody like that exists in the world. And she's speaking out against climate change, right?
No, she's speaking for climate change. Yes.
Climate change is either both good or bad, right? Speaking out against climate change, that the impact that humans are making, or kind of our carbon footprint in destroying the world, okay? There are a lot of people that are upset. So what does the world need? Very few of us ever even think about this. And where is this all going? Let me introduce you to this concept if you're not aware of this already. The concept is a Japanese concept. It's called Ikigai. And hopefully I've been able to copy paste correctly in Google. And I hope my Japanese friends, konnichiwa, that this does say Ikigai. Now, you guys that were laughing at me about my Japanese pronunciation, I did have somebody who was of Japanese origin say, thank you for saying that. Thank you. But you, Ricardo, was laughing at me so hard. Be careful with the mic. It's still hot, right? So Ikigai is this concept it's a Japanese concept, and it means thing that you live for, a reason for being. A reason for being. And it's broken down into 4 circles like this. It's kind of a 4-circle Venn diagram. And it talks about, what do you love? What does the world need? What do you get paid money for? And what are you good at? And we're going to talk about this in a second. So we talk about reason for being. A reason for being. Should I switch colors, or is the black okay? Is it okay? Okay. The reason for being, a thing that you live for. This sounds pretty good. This almost feels like a millennial concept, because it just like, in our generation, it was just about going to work, and that's what you did. You did your 9 to 5, and then you live for the weekends. You become a weekend warrior, right? So the weekends were your escape from work. And it seems like we're in a different era now, where the thing that you love, the thing that you're good at, should be also the thing that you get paid for. And if we can design our lives around that idea, we'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier than we've ever been. And this is the key. Okay, so what happens if you love something? If you really, truly love something, and the world needs this. Remember the world? It's like this. The world needs it, and you love it, but you don't make any money, you're not actually very good at it. This is considered a mission. And a lot of people do this. Missionaries do this. People that are very religious go out into the world, and people who support disadvantaged people, they go out because their purpose is filled, but they don't make any money doing that. Now, if you're good at something and you love it, but you don't get paid for it, that would be considered your passion. So I think Ricky is really good at baseball. He does love it, but he didn't get to that upper echelon for whatever reason. And only a small percentage of people actually make it there. Like, what is it, 0.01%? A very small percentage of people make it into professional sports. We get that. And if you're good at it and you're paid for it, that's called your profession. I think you guys may be kind of figuring out where I'm going with this. If you're good at it and you get paid for it, but there's no love, it's just what you do. It's what we call a job.
All right. So really quick, I'm curious about something as I'm listening to this. How many of you all, if you have, I want you to comment yes. But if you haven't, I want you to comment no. How many of you have ever sat down in your life and asked yourself, what am I good at? What do I love? What does the world need? And what could I get paid for whenever you think about how you make money? Or is your thought process, let me go find and fill out applications. Let me go find another job. Because the job may not have nothing to do with what I love. I'm not searching for what I love, what I'm good at, and what the world needs. I'm looking for the hourly pay. So you're saying when you guys are thinking about, man, I need to make money, Is your first real thought, man, let me go find a job? Or is the thought, what am I good at? What does the world need? What am I skilled at? How can I put that together and offer that in return for what I need? So I just want us to think about that. Like, I want you to think about what your natural response is to life problems. And when we look at what our natural response is and that leads to our natural thoughts, that leads to our actions, could it be that's why we are kind of where we are? Sometimes we didn't go through this step. Okay, I need to earn income. Well, the same 3 hours a day or whatever you took putting together an application, could you have spent, I'm not saying don't get a job, could you have spent one of those hours figuring out what exactly does the world need in modern time, see what I'm good at and what I love to do in modern time and how I can offer that? This is what separates the entrepreneur from the worker. Because it's not that y'all don't got gifts. I'm looking at the comment section. Y'all got some pretty good gifts. But I was curious, like, what is the thought process? What I wanted you guys to be more aware of what your natural thought process and what your natural solution is. Our natural solution all the time is even go search for the job, not to be creative and figure this thing out and workshop it in my head and go look at what are the modern. I keep saying modern for a reason, because if you're trying to solve new problems without an outdated mindset or outdated reality, that's not mathematics. So you got to look at what are the new problems that people are coming up. A lot of people are getting afraid of AI. AI is going to kill all the jobs. Well, what problems do AI create? Yes, AI is making businesses more efficient. Yes, AI is making a lot of businesses, not need a lot of employees. But guess what? There are a lot of CEOs, a lot of business owners that, guess what? They ain't got the time to keep up with all these tools. They don't have the time to go install this stuff. Do you know how valuable it is for them to be able to just tell somebody what they want and have somebody else install it for them? You see what I'm saying? So there's always a new problem coming up. You just have to think. You have to take some time out, do some research, and think. And you can create it. The problems are out there, and the solutions is in you. You got to bring it. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to pause there and just highlight that. So as you're thinking about this, I want you to be mindful of your own thoughts and actions as problems come up in your life.
A job. You show up, you do the work, you get paid, and you can't wait for work to be over. When we had Seth Godin on our show, he talked about this, I think. He talked about the difference between work and art. Work, when you go to work, you feel like, when is it over? And when it's art, it's like, how long can I do this for? So what we're trying to do is combine those things. And people often ask me, Chris, how is it that you do what you do? Do you sleep? Do you have more hours? Is there a secret time machine? Are you cloning yourself? What is going on? Well, I want to be very clear. There's a whole team of people who are working with me, but even if they weren't working with me, I am filled with mission, passion, and things I get paid for. So I'm supercharged that way. And then the last one is the world needs it and you're paid for it, but you may not be good at it. So we're going to call this a vocation. And there's a difference between the word vocation and profession. Okay? And I don't know what the difference is, but I'm telling you there's the difference. Ricky, do you know the difference between vocation and profession?
I don't. I was going to ask you.
Okay. Well, somebody has the internet. Look up what the word vocation means and then let me know. Okay? So Ikigai is to say that we must find something here. This will be our reason for being. And this is really important.
So for those who don't know, vocation means a strong feeling of suitability for a particular career or occupation. It also says a person's employment or main occupation, especially regarded as particularly worthy and requiring great dedication. Or it could be a trade or profession.
You must love it You got to get paid for it. So all these things are in balance. And it's such a Japanese concept. They come together. Now, you may have seen a diagram like this before, a Venn diagram where they have 3 bubbles. Usually what you love, what you're good at, and what you're paid for. They leave out this part, what the world needs. And I just want to say something here. For 23 plus years, I ran this company. I love design. I love business. I'm pretty good at these things and motion graphics and making video. And we got paid handsomely for making commercials, less so music videos, but we were part of this circle. And I don't know why, but I felt like there was a hole missing inside of me that I couldn't fill. And I wanted to get out of this, even though I loved it and I was paid for it and I was good at it. There was something else. And it wasn't until I started to teach and my wife had noticed something. She had said to me, it's really great that you're able to impact the lives of a few students, 8, 10 students every semester, and you spend time and you give so much of yourself, and I can see their eyes light up when you share something. But is there more? Is there more? Can you do more with your time? Is this a good exchange of your time? It set me down a 3 to 6 month rabbit hole of searching and trying to figure it out. And then I figured it out. It's doing what I'm doing with you right now. I get to teach you the things that I know, what I'm good at, the things that I care about, that I love, and I'm going to make money off this, but I get to help the world. The world needs this. So for me, my Ikigai is exactly this. It's the future, teaching 1 billion people on planet Earth how to make money doing what they love. Now, so that we don't make this so abstract, I don't want this to be an abstract concept. Jonah's going to roll a video where we actually apply this in real time to some students from Cal State Sacramento, CalSac. I think they were here from Sacramento or Sac State. I don't know. Whatever. It's in California and it's in Sacramento. That's all I know. I apologize. I totally should have prepared this part. But we're going to roll the video and then you guys are going to watch how we do this in real time. I'll see you back after the jump. Go ahead and leave your comments and I'll be answering them.
I can narrow it down and do the same thing. Just stick with motion graphics. You can have a successful career never exploring any other form of design. I think it's kind of helpful for us right now in that a lot of us don't know what direction we want to go. Right. So it can help inform those decisions that we would make later down.
Okay, that's you, right? You're still young, relatively speaking, and you need to explore lots of things, right? Because you don't know what you like. You don't know if you like sushi or salad or you want to go vegan, whatever it is. You're exploring lots of things, and that's really important. So there's that time that you want to explore it. But anyways, at some point, you got to make a decision. And so you're going to pick one of these things. Like, I like that one. So we're going to pick something. Let's call it whatever it is, right? And then that becomes another thing. Like for me, I like typography, but I could spend all my life studying type and still not get to the bottom of that thing. This timeline, let's say this is like birth. Sorry, I'm going to butcher this baby. There's the baby. It's Chrono, okay? Whatever. And then it's game over. Death. At some point in life, hopefully you recognize what that point is. Like, what do I really love? What am I good at? What does the market value? And get there. My theory is this. The sooner you can figure that out, the better off your life is. So I think it's important for us to explore, but as soon as you think you got it, go all in on that. We all agreed to that then. So what Kaylee is really saying is, well, we don't know yet. I think you're not knowing is your freshman, your sophomore, but right into the middle of junior, you got to get to know what that is really fast. Here's the problem. I'm going to get real with you, okay? Most schools don't have enough teachers, period. Most schools. Most schools do not have enough good teachers that teach the thing that you love. So what they do is they get a couple of teachers and they teach a lot of different subjects, some of which they know a lot about, most of which they don't know anything about. Unfortunately, you're the sucker who has to take those classes. And so you're getting taught by somebody who's never reached the top of their field, hasn't done it enough, and now you're getting some pretty diluted information. Sometimes it even looks like they're reading the book before they teach class. So this is where the danger is. So we're trying to explore lots of things. They're going to expose you to lots of things. So what they want to do is they tell you this story, and it's a fantastic story they tell all students in all schools. You know what's going to get you hired? Breadth of work. That's what they tell you. You need to be a diversified human being. And that's what the market's going to hire. And then you get out of school, you graduate, you put on a cap and gown, you do the walk, and you're like, then you reach out to me. This is when I see you. Chris, I got no work. It's been 2 years out of school. The only thing I can do is production work at a local print copy shop. That's what I got. Kaylee, do you have an idea about what you love, what you think you're good at, and what the market needs?
So I went back to school because I changed.
You're a little bit older?
Yeah, I'm older.
Okay.
So I changed what I was doing, and I know that I love design. And so it's just finding out those instances of that.
What were you before?
I worked in the outdoor industry, so I did a lot of recreation. I was a river guide and climbing guide and stuff like that.
So you're an active outdoors person?
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point you're like, you know what? I want to have a career and I want to do this other thing. So you go back to school. So you have life experience. Okay. So you're going to school. Now you have this graphic design degree. So what do you think you're going to focus in on?
I've always been interested in like infographics and in translating information in a way that's a lot more easy to be understood.
Yes.
I've always been interested in motion graphics, which I know can somewhat go together, but also can be totally different.
Yes.
But I haven't had that much experience with that. So I'm really excited to trying to dig into that on my spare time, because that's actually been taken out of the program.
Okay.
And so the program's great in kind of getting you started, but it's only a starting point.
Okay. Now I wanted you to go back in time for me, just a little bit, just humor me. I want you to go back in time, like when you're like between 7 to 11 years old. What is it that you're doing in all your free time? What are all the things that you love to do?
It was all art.
Like what? Be super hyper specific.
Absolutely. So I spent most of the time in a sketchbook with pencils.
What'd you draw?
I would just doodle stuff from movies. I loved Lord of the Rings, so a bunch of fantasy stuff. Everything from my daily life as well. So I would also what is now lettering, but just write down information in a way that's easier and visually kind of aesthetic, and combining essentially infographics with words and text. Just doing that as a kid, I would do. Yeah.
Are you a pretty good illustrator?
I'm all right.
You're right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Anything else you can recall? Did you make stuff? Is anything else like...
Yeah, I used to craft a lot. So when I
Craft.
was
Okay,
really
what kind of
little,
things?
I would make tangible 3D things from paper. I would glue. I would tape things into make boxes and things that you could open, and a lot of different,
Okay. Anything
prototypes, I
else?
guess.
Can I tell you a little secret about myself?
Sure.
When I was much younger, the only thing I ever wanted when I was younger, and you guys will judge me for it, it's okay. All I wanted was an easy bake oven. I know. Easy bake oven, because I dreamt about making cookies and things so I can go and sell them. That was the young entrepreneur in me trying to get out. But then my brother's like, so you want to be a girl? So there's some gender issues, like, these kinds of things, association with that. So it was kind of like rough. So I kind of killed that little dream. But maybe there's something there. Is there anything else that you want to pull out? Something that you may have like, oh, somebody said you're not supposed to do that, so you didn't do it.
And always recommend going the safe route, which ended up not being so safe.
That's the problem with safety.
Yeah. And so I couldn't understand that aspect of playing it the safe way.
Yeah.
And so I still went out and did adventurous things, but I kind of put art to the side for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys can see what's happening here. Kaylee has a bunch of diverse interests. She's done lots of things. She likes making, crafting, drawing, doodling. Seems like you're just really a creative person. So I'm really happy to hear that you found your way back into art and design after having done what your parents thought that kind of stuff. And so you're back into design. Can you find a way to bring all these things together? That's the magic of creativity. Mm-hmm. Okay. An accountant, an attorney, a doctor will probably just list all these things for you. Here's all your symptoms, Kaylee. This is what you suffer from. Creativitis or something like that. You suffer from something, right? Mm-hmm. But creative people are like, oh, I see a connection between this, that, and it looks like this. That's what creativity is. It's about being able to pool things that don't seem to belong together and find some kind of beautiful, elegant combination. And if you can do that, that's your superpower. So here's what I think. I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. What if you can combine a job where you make infographics, doing hand lettering for an outdoor recreation company? Would that make you happy or no?
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool. So, infographics, outdoors, recreation, lettering. Okay. So if you can work for one of those companies doing that, or many companies like that, well, how do we make that cooler? What if you could build 3D mock-ups and installations and point-of-purchase displays? So you bring in all that crafty stuff that you used to do that you haven't looked at in a while. Wouldn't that be cool? So you're going to create the entire brand experience for outdoor recreation companies. backpacking, hiking shoes, tents, whatever it is. Wouldn't that be really cool?
That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
See, are you getting excited about your own fake career?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So that's what you want to do. Now that you know that, take all these weird classes and say, does that plug into this dream or not? So this is where you get to take what you want and combine it into this thing. So if the instructor gives you an assignment to do like corporate rebranding for some airline or some tech company,
Sorry, I wanted to pause and point something out really quick. So, as you saw, after you write down all the things you love, you get creative. I advise you to get with a coach that can help you take all of your things that you're good at and craft it after you do this type of exercise. He said, then you can take these classes and those classes lead to this. That's probably one of the most powerful things, although it was like 3 seconds. Here's why. If you don't know, I say this all the time. If you don't know the destination, it's hard to get the direction. If I'm driving down the street and I stop, roll my window down, say, hey man, how do I get to whatchamacallit? They're gonna be like, man, I don't know. How do I get to how do I get to, what's the name? I don't know. A coach who's $1 billion coach, if you ask them the wrong question, hey, how do I get to, I don't know. I need more information. So once you really get more clear on where you want to go based on what you do, based on what you love and do best, then you will know what courses I need to take. Then you will know what coach I need. Then you will know what blueprint I need to get. It's hard to sometimes find which thing or what investment is good for you if you don't even know where you're going, if you don't even know where you're stuck at. So now I know exactly what I want to do. Now I can start investing. Now I can start getting the proper coaching with a filter, with context that's going to help me specifically with this. So I'm not just in the course getting general information saying, oh, this is pretty good stuff, but you're not moving. But it's not because their program isn't good. It's not because they wasn't good teacher. It's that you're not listening to it with context. So when I'm watching a YouTube video or I'm reading a book, I'm reading it with context that is going to help me specifically with what I do because I'm clear on it. You're reading just getting information, just to be getting information. You're still trying to figure things out. The book becomes more effective. The lectures become more effective. The programs, the courses, the webinars, the conferences become more effective when you go there with the mission already in your mind. When you go there with something already in your mind to where I'm filtering, I know exactly which panels I need to go to. I'm listening with an intent ear for what my particular problem is, or else I'm going to just be getting everything. You're going to be taking notes on every single thing because you unclear. Does this make sense, y'all? Does that make sense?
For sure.
Because so many people go to these conferences. I didn't really get nothing out of it. Oh, you thought you got something out of it, but the more, if you're too unsure, I ain't gonna say you're wasting your money, man, because information is information. It may get you closer to it, but I'm sharing that the more clear you are, the conferences become more beneficial. The programs become more beneficial. The consultations become more beneficial because you're more definite. So just want to point that out because I think that's very key to what he just said.
I don't feel that. That doesn't speak to me. That portfolio piece does not take me here. So you tell the teacher, do you mind if I do it for, what's that favorite outdoor?
There's one called Hiko. That's
Higo.
Yeah.
Okay, Higo. Okay. You're like, you mind if I just do the same thing but for Higo but change these kind of parameters? And most teachers, if you approach them the right way, they'll be cool. Then you can tailor that to what you need. Because at the end of the day, I need you to remember this. After graduation, you're kind of dead to them. So while you're in school, they're dead to you. Just take care of your life. Because when you're in the unemployment line, when you're serving coffee at Starbucks as a barista, that advice they gave you, you have to live with the consequences, not them. So here's the thing. it's hard to hit a target when you don't know where the target is. It's hard to score a goal when you don't know where the goal is. Once you know the goal, once you know the target, man, everything comes into clarity, into focus. So classes move from here to here, classes move from here to here. And that's how you do it. That's the kind of breath that these guys dreamt for you, but they didn't know how to articulate. So now you have to do this part, the convergence of those things, and now you can express it this way. And we're back. Whew. We tried something new today. First of all, thank you everybody who's sticking around for this live stream / pre-recorded thing. We're trying to blend the best of both, where we can actually have a nice meaty piece of content for you that's been edited so you don't waste any time watching it, and to do some live things so I can demonstrate with you and also respond to comments. Both Jaden and Ricky are here now monitoring your comments, so go ahead and write any of the comments down. I wanted to just quickly recap like what happened here with, is her name Kaylee? With Kaylee, what did we do there? So what I wanted to do was to explore to her without the parameters of needing to make money or anything else, like what she loved. And it's a very useful exercise to think back between the ages of 7 and probably 14, when you weren't so wrapped up in the world and adulting, that you could just sit there and think about the things that you love. And if you travel back in time, a good trigger is to think back to the house that you lived in when you were 7 years old. Try to think about the street name, the car that your parents drove, the color, and it'll start to trigger memories. As I'm doing more research on how we learn, it's interesting how a smell, a sight, a texture will trigger memories. So we as human beings, we record everything. It's our ability to recall things is the difficult part. So some things will trigger a memory. So think back. Think back to when you're 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. What did you love to do? And make a list. So I love making lists. What I would suggest that you do is this. Make 4 columns and just try to fill up each one, irregardless of anything, any kind of reality. Don't ground it in that. And just write as many things as you can. Remember what you loved. Generally speaking, what you're good at requires skill, requires training, and requires practice. But if you put enough time and effort into it, you get good at these things. Sometimes they're the same and sometimes they're not. It just depends on the opportunities you were given in life. Next up is make a list of where opportunity exists in the world today. What is trending? What is shifting in the culture of today? What's happening right now? And we'll go through this exercise one more time to help solidify this and make it super concrete for you. And last but not least, think about what the world needs right now. Forget about your skill set, what you love. Just sit down and think, what do we need? What does the world want right now? What are big problems that really could use some help? Make a list. And then step back and look at those 4 columns and try to build a bridge between as many of the words you wrote up as possible. Some of you guys have been part of either my keynote or one of my workshops on finding your superpower. I do all of this except for I add a 5th bubble into it. When I shared this finding your superpower framework with somebody, they're like, oh, that's just like Ikigai. Chris, do you know about Ikigai? I said, no. That's what led me here. Okay? And while we were at the break, I found out the difference between profession and vocation. Profession usually requires training and education. It's professional, while vocation is probably like somebody who doesn't go to school, but they have innate skill. They still have to get training, but it's a very different kind of training. So that's the difference between vocation and profession, just written in blue here. So what we're going to do is this. My friend, Jaden, he's going back to school pretty soon. He has to finish up school, and he's sad, and we're sad to see him go. But since he is not quite done with school, this is the perfect time to apply this exercise to him. And maybe we'll do one for me too. So I'm going to switch colors. I'm going to use my red marker here. And before I do this with Jaden, are there any questions worth answering? No?
So there's a guy he asking like, what if his childhood is not so good? How can he, figure it out?
Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry. I know that there's a spectrum of experiences that we all have in terms of how we're brought up, that our parents, sometimes well-meaning, sometimes not even well-intentioned, and we suffer through that. There may be moments, even in the darkness, and even if you've had to deal with abuse or drugs or just whatever you've had to deal with, there's still glimmers of happiness in there somewhere. It may require greater effort for you to find it. One of the things that you love could be like what I did, which is I love playing Dungeons and Dragons. I love role-playing games. I love reading comic books. And this didn't have anything to do with my external world. It was just me and my experience being able to do that. I also, for a period of time, enjoyed skateboarding, although I was not good at it at all. as evidence, as the marks on my shins here, okay? So just do your best to kind of push past the dark memories and the bad moments in your life and just try to find the glimmers of excitement or hope. And if you come up empty, there's nothing there, just think about today, like what is it that you love to do? When nobody's watching and nobody cares, what is it you love to do? It could be playing video games, it could be hunting or fishing, it could be building boats, whatever it is that you like to do, just make that list as long as possible without any regard for what pays well.
We have a comment. I want to answer this just in case anybody else is dealing with this. There was a lot that I feel I love to do since young, but when it comes to what I'm actually good at, I become stuck. I feel I haven't really mastered or gotten really good at anything because I've had so many interests. I just hop from thing to thing. That is a discipline issue. There's nothing wrong with having many interests. I'm interested in basketball. I used to do magic. I can make cards disappear, quarters, and all that there. I'm interested in editing. I'm interested in filming. I'm interested in animation. I'm interested in quite a few things. Talking, teaching, AI. What I encourage you guys to do is focus on your commitment to yourself. When I start something, I'm gonna finish it. It's okay that I can do many things, but when I start it, I'm gonna finish it. If I'm gonna learn how to edit, I'm gonna go through the whole course and learn how to edit. The other stuff ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be disciplined. So if I gotta say, hey, on Mondays and Thursdays, I'm focused on this interest right here. I'm on this YouTube video. I'm watching all YouTube videos about this on Mondays and Thursdays. Or if I get me a course that saves me time, I'm in this course on Mondays and Thursdays specifically about this. It's all about just structure, discipline. For me, I give you guys my framework. When I'm on something new, everything else put on the background until I thoroughly get it. And for me, if I can't teach it, I don't understand it. If I can't turn around and teach it, I don't understand it. And honestly, I get better understanding through teaching it. So with the new animation, right? I'm locked in on every video, every YouTube video. If I'm getting a course, I'm locking in until I understand every part of it. I mean, I ain't got time for none of that because I'm so locked in on becoming a master. We gotta become infatuated with mastering something. Now you may choose one thing over the other, but while I'm learning this, it's discipline. I'm mastering this. It may be, hey, I'm gonna focus on things I know I'm pretty good at in the morning, but at nighttime, I'm focused on that new thing I got, and I'm mastering it. So just spend a little bit more time on commitment and discipline and finishing what you started. Because what I found is, bro, and sisters, if you just put dedicated hours into it, it's better than you putting a little time here and a little time and a little time and a little time. And then months go by, you still ain't finished it. Man, I mean, I be locked in from, anybody know, when I'm learning something new, I go to a quiet place. These lights I work better in the dark. You may work better. Some people need sunlight. Me, all lights go off. I got to lay down. I'm horizontal. And I'm on that computer and I'm learning till my eyeballs turn red. May not be good, but it's a crash course. I'm finna get this thing done in 48 hours. I'm finna learn every piece. I'm finna watch. If I gotta watch 1,000 YouTube videos or if I gotta buy me a course, I'm finna be dedicated to this because by the end of this week, I'm finna master this skill right here. Some of y'all who don't know nothing about chat, I don't know what this chat GPT. I'm learning chat GPT by what's today? 2. By Friday, I'm gonna know about prompts. I'm going to know about how to create images. I'm going to know about how to upload PDF because I'm searching for it. I may need to ask ChatGPT, if I am a person who wants to accomplish, watch, more specific you are, better this going to be. I am a black woman who has a purpose of doing X, Y, and Z. Tell me all that I would need to know about ChatGPT in order to aid me with X, Y, and Z. Guess what it's gonna do? Give me everything. See, we ain't got no excuse today because now we got ChatGPT. There was a time where you had to know what to Google. With ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT, man, what do I need to Google to figure out how to do what? And I'm finna take pop. Okay, I got my crash course. For the next 48 hours, don't ask me about nothing. I'm in the room working. You got children, okay, you got to take care of the baby. As soon as them babies go to sleep, hey, baby, listen, I'm locked in for the next 48 hours, man. I mean, well, look, when you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. So, hey, I got to determine what my purpose is. I got to figure out I got to get some skill sets or else this household ain't going to be as good as it could be. So for the next 48, let me be. I'm finna be in that room. I'm finna be learning. I'm finna be asking questions. I'm finna be workshopping until I master this thing. Now, let me give you another perspective. Watch this. This going to blow some of y'all mind. The other perspective is, for those of y'all who good at this, if you good at thinking, see, if you're good at managing, I ain't got to do none of that. Why not, Brother Ben? Because I'm here to just solve a problem. I'm not here to master everything, Sister Farrell. So when I'm on a call with you, so what do you need based on your business? Well, I have a product and I have a service, but I have not been able to get it out there to the people because, I don't have a website. Oh, really? So how much money is that website, not having a website, costing you? Well, my product is, $100. So I guess I'm missing out on a lot of money. What would that be worth to you to have a website? You're missing out on thousands of dollars. Well, I'll be willing to pay that. Oh, okay. What I'm going to do? Thank you. Put together a plan. And I'm finna go find somebody else, guess what? That's already doing the 100 hours, the 10,000 hours learning websites. Because they aren't at a level of using their mind. They in a level of trading their time for money. Keep trading your time for money. I'm finna go on another level and become a thinker, a strategizer. So I may love helping people with their website, but I ain't got to be the one that know how to do the website. I can just be in love with the topic, but go find workers to get it done. That's what entrepreneurs do. You think the dude who owns McDonald's is back there flipping burgers? You think Bill Gates is the one doing the microchips and creating computers? Do you think Steve Jobs was the one programming the iPhone? So you don't have to go and put in all the hours learning necessarily how to do every single thing. If we become better leaders, if we become better strategizers and thinkers, I can put people in position that can do that. Yeah, I can go learn about how to install AI. I can go learn about how to edit a video. I can go learn. But what if I knew how to properly price the value that I offered, and when somebody pays me, I'm able to take that payment and go find the people at scale to do the work for me. Now, I don't have to do it. Some of you right now got great books in your mind, but the reason you haven't been able to produce your product is because you think you got to be the author, the designer, the formatter, the content creator, the content strategist, the email marketer, the website builder, the automation setup. That's why you stuck, because you're stuck trying to do everything. You got a book. You got a story. You're not the website designer. Well, Brother Ben, I ain't got the money in order to pay somebody. Oh, that sounds like a lack of strategy. Do you know how many people pre-order books? If you knew how to market properly, if you knew how to build demand for your product, you don't think anybody could pre-order it? And when they pre-order it, like they do many different things, you use that money to go produce the book. It's called a prototype. Here's a prototype. Here's my actual book. I'm going to be doing workshops on the book. I'm going to be doing lives on the book. I'm going to be doing in person on the book. And I'm letting y'all know what's coming soon. So I'm using the pre-order money to go produce the product and leave me a profit margin. Come on, man. It's many ways to do this. So a lot of us are are just overwhelmed because you're doing too much. You're just doing too much. All right, let me go. Let me get back to the video. I just want to pause there because I know that's a bottleneck for a lot of people. But let's continue.
That's what you need to do there. So any other questions, Jaden?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Jaden, would you like to do this exercise or do you want me to do it on myself? Are you ready to do this?
Maybe I can try.
You can try? Okay, that's the right attitude, first of all. Let's just try. There's no consequences, right? You can just tell me. You want to come in?
No, go.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. One more thing. I want you to define today. What are my values? What our values may be. I gotta have fun with this. I gotta love this. When you become more clear about you and have knowledge of self, that limits the distractions. See, the more clear I am about where I'm going, I'm not distracted by all these different exits that come up. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. When I know where I'm going, baby, I ain't distracted by all these exits. Exit here, exit 435, exit 535, exit 35. I don't even, really, when I'm driving, I don't even see them exits. Because I'm clear that I'm supposed to be keeping straight. Yeah, there's going to be the availability to turn right. Yes, you're going to have the option to turn left. Yeah, you're going to have the option to turn around. Oh, but when you got your GPS in and you got your destination in, you clear on where you're supposed to be going. It's a lot of distractions. Oh, it's a lot of stuff that be going on around you. Cars going this way. You see people going that way. You ain't worried about where they going because I'm clear, baby, on where I'm going. I'm clear on where I'm going. So certain ideas come up to me all the time. But because I'm more clear on where I'm going, that ain't for me. It look good. That ain't for me. Nope. For example, target audience. I know I want to help those who got a product that's at minimum $500. You may come to me and say, oh, Brother Ben, I need your help. Oh, here goes some money. Oh, can you help me? Is it less than 500? I can't help you, baby. Because I'm already knowing where I'm trying to go, what type of client I want to go with. Yeah, the money sound, I can't help you because that's going to be a distraction for me. It's going to pull me away for where I'm trying to go. If I know I want to be a manager and I want to learn how to make money without me trading my time for money, when that opportunity come up, hey, I got this gig. Can you help me do this? I got to ask myself, can I do this without trading my time? Or can I get this done by just being a thinker? I can't? Sorry, I can't take that opportunity. Hey, Brother Ben, say, man, I got this idea, bro. It's this community event. So when we do these events, bro, with the event, we're going to have this person come in. We're going to have 50 Cent. We're going to have this. Then we can get Chris Brown. Then we can go get them to come in. Sound good. Brother Ben, what's your goal for the next 90 days? Did that have anything with doing that type of event? No, sir, brother, not right now. See, because when I'm saying yes to me, I got to say no to everything else. Because when I say yes to them, I'm saying no to me. But if I have no direction, I'm just going to say yes to whatever comes to my mind. Whatever's approaching to me, that sounds good. Man, you want to do this little basketball event? Sure, bro, why not? Say, man, you want to do this little cookout thing? We're going to bring the people in. We're going to have the fish basket. Yeah, that sound good. Sure, why not? Cause I ain't got nothing on my agenda that'll make me say no, that don't align with my mission, that don't align with my value. So a lot of time the distraction is coming because I ain't got no clear mission. I don't have clear values. I don't got clear non-negotiables. I'm in a course, one of the mentors that I look up to, and he says, if it's not a hell yes, the values, based on my values lets me know what I need to say no to. If it don't align with these values, if it's not a hell yes, and it don't feel good, it's in line with the things that's on my vision board, the answer is no. And some of us, due to people pleasing, will say yes to the wrong thing. We'll say yes to them, knowing that it's saying no to us. Ooh, and that right there is a self-worth issue, mental issue that we got to tackle first. Why? You got to dig a little bit deeper now. Dig a little bit deeper and figure out why. Because all this is important when it comes to business. You got to be focused. Because there's going to be so much you got to do in your own business, and opportunities is going to always come. So in order for me to protect myself, protect my own mind, let me sit down, Brother Ben, and figure out what are the 4 major things that you focused on in this season. Because it's 100 things that you can do. It's going to be another tool that come out tomorrow. It's going to be another program that come out tomorrow. If you're not focused, brother, you're going to be on all them different tools. You're going to be everywhere. You're going to be on every podcast. You're going to be on everything. You're just going to look at everything. Because this is the best time for us to be crystal clear focused, because a new podcast comes out every day. A new page pop up that you may like come out every day. A new YouTube page channel is created every day. A new conference going to be coming up, new workshop, new this, every day. And you're going to be like a child in the candy store, just picking. Because you're not clear. You're not clear on what you want. So I encourage you to get clarity first. Get clarity first. And when you get the clarity, stick to it. When you get the clarity on one thing, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Just stick to it. And here's the thing, right? With systems, save yourself time, energy, and money. That's all system mean. Save yourself time, energy, and money. If I like this one thing, it's not that I can't go do something now. That's not what I'm encouraging y'all to do. What I am saying is, bro, see this one through, systematize this one first. And I've been there. I've been there. I'm trying to do 4 things at once, and I be overwhelmed like a mug. So I'm telling y'all what I'm learning. Even with me, because I'm a creative. So a new tool come out, I'm on it. A new AI tool, I'll be on it. But I've been having to tell, brother, you can't look into it right now. Look, I tell myself, the faster you get this done, the faster you can go look into something else. So it forces me to get systemized, boy. It forces me to get this in line first. I know you want to get over there, but you can't do that until you're over here. It's kind of like you can't go outside till you clean that room. Damn, let me go and clean this room up, man. I got to get outside. You know what I'm saying? So systematize it first so that it operates without you, right? Once it's able to operate without you, either through a system, person, or AI, okay? Then I can come over here and put my energy over here. But you can't be trying to build here, Ben. You doing everything manual over here. Then a new thing come over. You trying to manually do that. Yo, you ain't going to even have the time or energy for it. Makes sense? Side note, if you are an entrepreneur who struggles with this and you have a high ticket product that's at a minimum, you can sell it at a minimum $500, and you need help figuring out how are people making $20,000 months, but it appears that on their page, they're giving away stuff for free. What is the back end system that allows them to continue to get new leads and close them on higher ticket sales without them having to do everything in their business? I encourage you guys to click this link. Again, you must have a high ticket product or a mid ticket product. That's really a mid ticket product. Just at a minimum 500. dollars that you can charge. Now, you may not be at 500 right now, but we may be able to help you craft an offer by changing your positioning. By just switching your positioning, you can now charge a lot more because the transformation that you have is far greater. So click that link. It's a free ebook guide that I have called Back End Blueprint. And with the Back End Blueprint, I'm showing, yes, the front end is what y'all see. The back end is what you're missing. And it'll put you on my newsletter so that you guys can see and learn about how to take your gift after you discover what your offer is and learn how to monetize this to free yourself up. So click that link if that's something you're interested in. Let's get back to it.
He doesn't have to. He can if he wants.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right. My brother from another mother, Jaden's here. Okay. All right.
Hey, Guy.
Okay. So let's talk about the things that you love to do. What do you love to do that gives you such pleasure and joy? You don't have to be good.
So I love to make videos.
Okay. Make videos.
I love to do some design when I have some free time.
Okay.
And lastly is I love to share my knowledge with people.
So you like to teach?
Yes.
These all sound very professional oriented. Is there
Okay.
something else that you love that isn't one of these things? Just for pure joy. Do you like eating? Do you like
Yeah, I love to try different type of noodles.
just noodles? Okay, he loves noodles. Okay, that's good. Interesting. That's cool. Do you like traveling?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. But I
see?
don't have enough money to go, so
Okay.
that's something I would love to do.
This is fantastic. So as a thought experiment, as an exercise, do not root this in reality at all. Just what would you do if you could do anything? What would you want to explore? What makes you happy? So you're still stuck in this parts, like the world right now. Just focus on the things that you love. Anything that you want to write there. Do you like watching anime, playing video games, jump roping? What do you love? Do you like to buy fashion? Like, are you a fashion guy?
Yeah, I would love to collect a lot of shoes or
Okay, you're a
sneakers.
sneakerhead.
Yes, because I used to sell sneakers. So
You
I really
did?
love-
Oh, I
yes.
didn't know that about you. Okay, what else?
I would love to play basketball all day.
Okay, you good at it?
Kinda.
Okay. Can this be verified?
Where's the hoop?
No, I know. This is where like I break my own rules, right? Ricky is like calling me. He's like, foul, yellow flag on the field. You just told him he could do anything, and then you break that. Okay, what else?
I think I would love to. Yeah, I think that's it. That is for now. Yes.
Okay, so this is really interesting. I spend a lot of time personally thinking about the things that I love. My list would be so deep you don't even know. My wife's like, how many hobbies can a human being have? And it's like, I love it all. Okay, so we'll hold off on that. Okay, what do you think you're good at? It doesn't have to be the same thing. It could be totally different things. Forget this part. What are you good at?
I think I'm good at motivating people.
Okay.
I think I'm good at making content.
Okay.
Sometimes cooking.
Oh yeah, I hear you're a good cook. Okay. What else? I'm starting to see something in my head already. Keep going.
I think I'm good at be persistent whenever I do something. So
Okay.
I don't usually quit. So
You're not a quitter.
yes.
Okay. Go on.
What are you laughing at?
Why you laugh? Keep going. You can laugh. It's totally fine. Keep going.
I think. Well, this exercise is quite hard. Yeah.
You like to learn, right?
Yes.
But that's not up here anywhere, is it?
Yeah. Maybe I'm good at learning and trying some new thing because creative people have the, shining object syndrome where I
Yeah.
see something new, I would love to try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I think it's good for now.
It's pretty good. Okay.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get to like what opportunities exist. Where do you see the world moving? So it seems like a lot of people have predicted the death of print and the death of advertising. So I would not put those like those are trending. Those are opportunities. There's a cultural movement behind those things. Okay. So what's happening in the world right now? Where do you see opportunity?
I think the opportunity right now is that you can make content for company so that they can promote themselves.
Okay. So content marketing.
Yes.
Okay. What else? Keep going.
And maybe we can try to solve their problem because people have a lot of problems, so we can use what we learn by doing design sprint, for example, or design thinking.
Okay, design thinking is trending,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I'll help you out here. And this usually everybody can help because these are kind of universally like what's happening, what we're recognizing.
Yes.
I think there are opportunities right now in education.
Yes,
People
that's
are
true.
looking for more affordable and effective ways of teaching.
Yes.
Sustainable living, right?
Yeah.
Those
Minimalism.
are minimalism, right?
Yes.
Not necessarily the same thing, but minimalism. Okay. What else? The digital nomad. This is the thing with young people now, right?
Yes.
Ricky?
Yes.
To live wherever you want in the world and do what you love. Yeah. Okay. What do we just call that? Digital nomad,
Or van life. Or
which
something.
is right next to van life, right? Because now we live in a world where just with an internet connection, you could do work anywhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think like charitable work seems to be?
Is it pay for it?
I thought we were doing world needs.
No, we're not in the world needs yet.
Yes.
Just like what opportunities, what seems to be trending, what's happening in the world right now. We know the social network is not getting any
Better.
weaker. No, I wouldn't use. It's just growing, right? What else? Maybe there would be some great advances in medicine. We know about CRISPR, right? And now they can like 3D print anything.
Yes.
So this
like
is called
creativity or something.
on-demand manufacturing,
Oh.
right?
Yes.
Now, I also know a couple of things that you guys may not know of is we are craving now transcendent experiences. Transcendent, it's like a educated word, transcendent experiences. And things are becoming dematerialized. Do you know what that means? Like, I'll explain both of them in a second.
Yes.
A transcendent experience is like when you buy something or you go somewhere and it's more than the thing itself. Like when you open up a beautifully packaged good, it makes you feel like there's beauty and there's art and it makes you feel hopeful and inspired. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Okay? It doesn't have to be like going to Disneyland or watching a movie, but anything that you experience that lifts you up like that. Dematerialization is as we're moving towards the future, what's happening is we're consuming less physical things and more intangible things.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Dematerialization is we used to buy CDs for music and DVDs for movies. Now all of that stuff is living in the cloud. People of my generation or older are uncomfortable with that. We like to have tangible things. We feel like we have to have some kind of possession, right? But it's like the more things you own, the more things own you. And you and your generation is like, let's put everything in the cloud, all files. We'll have to just trust that it'll be there. And we don't want to own physical things anymore.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I see.
All right. Okay, so that I just want to explain those things here. Okay, let's keep going now. What does the world need right now? It's similar to paid for, but what does the world need right now?
I think new innovation.
It needs innovation. Okay. Anything in any specific area?
Like in technology.
Okay. Okay, but like to do what?
To make people life easier.
Okay. Okay, so you're talking about the world needs automation, right?
Yes.
That's innovation of using technology to remove tasks, like what is that called? Menial tasks. Is that okay?
Yes.
Menial tasks is like should not be the work of human beings. Okay. What else?
There were need better company to stand up and help the user or something.
Say that in a different way.
The world need like better company that make good product for them, good product for user.
Okay, it's not exactly okay. They just need How do you know it's good product?
They solve a problem that the user
Everybody
have.
could argue that maybe this is tied into a better product is one that thinks of the entire life cycle of the product, so that all the components can be recycled, or it's kind of does the least amount of harm. Okay, I think the world needs that, right?
Yes.
More conscious capitalism, I'll say that, okay?
Oof.
Sorry, I was waiting for an opportunity to say it, so there we go. Right?
Yes.
And I think we want more equity in the world, right? You know what equity means? Equal opportunity for people of all shapes, sizes, colors, races, religious preference or none. We need more equity.
Yes.
I think we need more transparency, right?
True. Yeah.
And we need, I think we need to, oddly enough, feel more connected.
Accessible.
Connection is like, as we push apart in the digital space, like you and I could sit on a train ride and not talk to each other because we're connected social, like on apps, but not, human to human experience.
Yes.
And what was the next one that you said?
Accessible. Everything needs to be more accessible for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And through platforms like Google and other platforms out there,
Yes.
everything is getting tied together. It's like the world's knowledge database is all pulled together and shared.
Yes.
Wikipedia, all those kinds of things. This is fantastic. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to step back. And this is usually the magic trick. We need to step back and start to tie in as many things as possible so we can get to your Ikigai, your reason for being,
Okay.
the thing that you live for. Okay? The magical part is when you're able to do this, you'll never be late for work again. You'll never feel work is a chore. You will do something that you love and you'll make money doing it.
That's terrific.
Okay. So what I would encourage you to do at some point, Jaden, and everybody that's watching, is to take your own list and circle a bunch of things and see how you can bring them together. And this is the gift that you were given as a creative human being, to see things that other people can't see, to be a lateral thinker, to be a divergent thinker, to grab these things and put them together. If you can take as many of these things together and put it together in the center and to make one career, one profession, you'll be working, playing, having fun, doing something that's mission driven, all at the same time.
Right.
Okay?
Great.
Do you have some ideas yet?
I think I have some idea already.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we'll do is this, so we don't want to spend more of your time. Jaden will think about this, and then he will then drop it in the comments somewhere.
Okay.
Okay? Jaden, will you do that?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Fantastic. Thanks very much, Jaden.
All right.
All right. Now, those are the rest of you guys that are watching this. Hopefully you've played along and you've made your list. Now, I'll explain to you briefly how I found my Ikigai in the future. Let me find my marker first of all. And any other comments we need to... Anything else we need to address?
No.
Okay. Now, I won't draw this because it'll take up too much time, but I'll explain to you something. So for many years, over 2 decades, I showed up to work. I worked in my company. I made money. I provided for my family. I did the responsible adult thing, saved for my kids' college education, saved for my retirement plan, and it all was working out really well. It took me to this point in time in which I was talking to my financial advisor. His name is John. I said, John, how many more years do I need to work so that I can retire? This was a couple of years ago. And he said, Chris, I ran the numbers, and I have some news for you. Somebody says that, and you're like, oh my God, it's going to be a really long time. And he says, the way that you live, the amount of money that you spend in your lifestyle, you could have retired 2 or 3 years ago. And that was a shocker for me. And I looked at my wife, I'm like, why am I working? You got me going to the salt mine every single day. And she goes, I thought you loved to go to work. I said, no, I go to work to provide for our family. It looks like love because I put the passion and energy into it, but I'm missing something here. And so with that revelation that I didn't need to work anymore, I had to ask myself to dig deep inside, why do you show up to work every single day? And this is where it takes me on the next adventure and what I've been doing the last 5 years. Okay, so let me outline it for you. I love design. I love typography. I love teaching. I love learning. I love sharing. I love helping people. This makes me feel really good. What I learned in school and in my job as running the company, I learned entrepreneurial skills. I learned business management, sales, marketing, negotiations. I got really good at doing video production, directing a story, leading a team. Those are all skills that I learned by going to school and developing. Luckily for me, they paid very handsomely, and doing work for our big Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies, they had hundreds of thousands of dollars for their budget. So I was able to apply what I was good at, what I loved, to make something that people rewarded me for quite handsomely. And I was smart. I saved a lot of that money. I didn't spend it frivolously. I didn't go out and buy the fancy cars and watches and all that kind of stuff. But this is the hole that I was missing. So for 15 years, I taught at a variety of schools, private art schools, and I did that, and I loved it, and I loved it so much. But I thought that more people could benefit from this kind of education, this kind of training, but it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because tuition today, last time I checked, is, get this, in the US, $22,000 a semester. Get your head wrapped around that. So if you have to go to school for 8 semesters, you're going to be out over $160,000 just in tuition alone. Don't mention supplies, books, rent, food. What's that?
I was going to say the interest on the student loans too. That's where
the interest afterwards will kill you. Okay, so by the time you're done, you're talking about over $250,000 for an education. And I thought there is a better way, because also what's trending, opportunities that exist are distance-based learning, a global connected network, this idea that there's free platforms that allow any content creator to share what it is that they know, and I wanted to exploit that. Once I figured it out, that becomes the future, and is what we're doing today. So I found my Ikigai, and I hope you're able to find this for yourself, because today, every single morning, I get up when the sun comes up, I go to sleep like after usually around 12 or 1 o'clock at night, and I'm not tired because I'm fueled with this purpose, the mission, the passion, and I get paid for it. When you don't get paid for something, after a while, it could feel like you're going to get into burnout. So you have to make progress there as well. So finding that balance. And we're living in the best time ever in the history of man, in that we have great technology, we're connected for the most part. Anybody out there that's listening,
All right, family. So, press number 1 if you have feedback. Did you get anything from this? Press number 1 if you got some feedback. You learn anything? Got a little, just a teach closer. Got some insight, aha moment. Let's do feedback before we close this thing out. Press number 1 if you have anything that you would like to share. Let's go to Sister Farah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
So I'm gonna definitely have to come back and watch the replay because I wasn't able to take a whole lot of notes. No, multitasking. But man, what I got from it, just from what I did here, it was you answered a lot of my questions that I had, that I've been kind of going over in my head a lot this week about okay, I know this is part of my purpose, but I'm also interested in this and that and that. It's so tempting to just hop from thing to thing. But I'm learning that discipline and consistency in a thing will make room for those other things that you want to do. Like, you have to stick to a thing before you just move on to the next thing. And I'm thinking about, every time I leave a thing that I start, I'm abandoning those people that could have been impacted by that thing. So yeah, this helped me out a lot.
Praise be to Allah. Sister Gina.
Greetings, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I'm kind of like where the sister was saying, what she was just saying. I'm kind of there too. But the most thing that stuck out is when he started talking about every time you see something, you want to try to do it. It grabs your attention. You're trying to do it, and you're trying to do too many things. Like she said, consistency. is very key. And mastering one thing at a time, as you had mentioned, Brother Ben, about how you would do things too. And now you're even using this to tailor yourself down to master one thing at a time. And then, once you do that, you can go to something else. And I never thought about it, but when he started talking about, because so many things come to me and I'm like, dang, that sounds pretty good. Because, I'm trying to find a way to make some more money outside of what I'm getting, because I need some extra money. And not being consistent and not focusing in on one thing. If I see something that I think I like, to go through it and really master it and then go to something else. I'll see something one minute, like I done signed up for I don't know how many Zooms or whatever that's coming with it. People are offering this, how you can make money this way and how you can make that, and it's a free course and not da 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 da. And so now he's made me realize and look at myself that I've got to stop. I've got to stop and I've got to focus in and so I can make a plan. I mean, because I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know which way I'm going. I'm 68 years old trying to figure it out, because I need to make sure that I can last for the rest of my life comfortably financially. So, I mean, this is where I'm at right now.
Yes, ma'am. I want to share something with you all. Hopefully, none of you all will be exposed, but let me go to something really quick. Where is it? Let me go to something really quick. Oh no. It's about to crash. Y'all still with me? All right.
Yes, sir.
Pull it back up. All right, let me show y'all something really quick. Where is it? Dang. Sister Gina just said that she getting these courses, all these different courses that teach you this and tell you that, right? I have a course that has a lot of members in it. Let's check it out. Let's check this out. So when I hear some questions sometime, I strive to be patient, right? I'm patient. I, answer the questions. But let me show y'all something. Y'all can see my screen, right? All right. Let's check this out. Look at the progress here. Look how many people didn't even open. Let's look up here. Look how many people didn't even open it. Going through, I'm just gonna go through it. Look how many people didn't complete to the end. Let's try this one. Look how many people didn't even open it. Didn't even start. This is the progress bar right here, by the way. So when some people ask questions, I could see what you've actually done on the back end. Green, it means somebody went all the way through it, by the way. That's my first time seeing a green. Look at this now. So let's check out this one. Look at how, just look at it. So a lot of times we think that, oh, it's this, it's that. No, it's discipline. Y'all see that? We had, out of all those, one green. I can go in school. A lot of questions that I'm asked, the answers in school. In the SOP section, one of the courses. So, a lot of times, right? People say, oh, these courses, people always do this, they give it. I wonder sometimes, how much have we completed start to finish? Here go another one, right? My AI clone system. Now, y'all see this AI stuff, right? Cloning. Y'all know I taught this over a year ago with my AI clone system. Check out, this is the AI cloning system right here. right? Clone yourself, make content without you having to be in the camera. Now it's blowing up. Now y'all see it blowing up. People using AI and everything to create content. I taught this, I don't know, almost 2 years ago. Look at how many people opened it. Look at how many people did not start. 9 pages full. Look, one person finished. I mean, just look at this. Look at how many didn't even start. Paid money for it. Paid money. Another person. So even if it was like, well, maybe the course ain't even structured properly, maybe it doesn't flow right, most of them didn't even open it. Talk about shiny syndrome, shiny object syndrome. You're just buying it just to buy it. You're just buying it just to get the dopamine effect of, I did something. I bought something. No, finish it. Finish it. So as you learn from different programs and coaches and you in this, I encourage you all, man. One of the best things you can do is just, when you buy something that's self-improvement, just finish it. Just go through it. Just go through it. So many of you all will be much further along. I ain't gonna call out no names. If the class that you've already had, if you just finished it, if you say, you know what, I'm gonna go back to last Tuesday class, I'm gonna watch it again and be able to pause as he's talking or as she's talking. And when he say do this, I'm gonna pause it and go actually do it. Go on some more. He say this, I'm gonna pause it, make sure I got that in place. Some of y'all be so much further along if you just went back, went through the whole entire lesson and just applied maybe 3 of them. Not all 56, just 3 of them. You will already be launched and making money. I'm just keeping it real. Some of y'all are on the Zoom. Didn't open it. Didn't go back and watch it. Didn't apply it. Some of y'all been in the program for a long time. I've given you guys the offer, and this is, the offer frame. I've given you guys how to craft an offer. I've given you guys, okay, here's a template of how to do the offer. Then I say, you know what? Maybe they just need the AI. Put it in AI, and I got AI program to give you your offer. If I was to ask you on the Zoom right now, hey, in 45 seconds, what's your offer? Some people, discipline. It comes back down to self. So I always say, bro, it doesn't matter if somebody gives you an entire blueprint. I'm talking about exactly what they did. If you don't start with self, it's going to be hard for you to really improve. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan taught us self-improvement is the basis for community development. I think self-improvement is the basis for all things. Self-improvement. If I come and throw $50,000 at you, if you have not gotten to the level of self-improvement to handle that, you're going to lose it. We're going to lose it. Because we have not learned how to switch our mindset to put it somewhere and get it. You know what I mean? So beyond new knowledge and new program and new this, I encourage y'all, if you was on that list, if you feeling conviction like, damn, that's me, I encourage you today, not tomorrow, today, go back in the course. Look at it. You know the bad part? Some people don't even know what the link is. Brother Ben, don't DM me, please. Because I already got stuff I gotta do. Because that's your responsibility. I really strive to over-deliver. But most founders ain't available to DM them and they helping you like that. Not saying I won't in the future, but I am busy. I'm just letting y'all know. Some people done forgot their password. Some people, they ain't even opened it in so long, don't even know what email they use to sign up. I'm telling y'all what I know, man. This is your money, your life, your time and you don't even know what email you, what password, what the website was, what the login in. But you paid money for it. You didn't open it. You didn't read the PDF. That was a brother in the school the other day. He said, "Man, I've been here for a while, man. I'm kind of confused on where to start." I said, Did you click on the start here section? Did you at least do the part that says start here? Because there's 4 things I'm giving you to do. Watch this video, put this together. Did you start there? So as you go get your financial courses and your business courses, get you a coach, man, that cares about you mentally. And here's, watch this. When a lot of y'all, you see the price of certain courses, it's because it comes with accountability. When you pay a high enough price to have somebody hold you accountable, if you've been in the course, if you've been trying to do something and it's been 3-4 years, that's the cost. That's the cost. By you not doing whatever you need to do to pay for that accountability, the cost is it's been 3 years and you ain't launched it. The cost is it's been 4 years and you still in the same place versus paying the higher ticket to get it either done for you or have a high level of accountability so somebody can stay on you. Come on. That's the cost. So when you look at, damn, $10,000, oh, wee, $15,000, oh, my goodness. What's the cost? You could have made more than that if you were selling over the past 4 years. If you created another higher offer with your coach over the past 5 years, you would have made that back and then some. So I'm just painting this picture for y'all, man. I wanted today to be about you, and it is. This whole week is going to be about us. You, us, your gift. But as you leave here, I want you to just really do some deep analysis. Man, why didn't I open up the course? I bought it. Why didn't I just log in? Why didn't I at least watch the first module? Why didn't I? What held me back? Did I feel like I didn't deserve this? Did I feel like what? I'm talking about really get to the root of it, man. Get to the root of it. Because even when you can afford a higher ticket coach and he gives you an assignment, are you going to do it? Something to think about, man. Because there's a lot of you, man, that when I hear your stories, y'all got some great stories, great products, great experiences, man. Great solutions that you can offer to the world. But some of you been asking the same question for 4, 5, 3, 2, 1 years. And I'm like, man, it's in there. I created an AI bot that gives you the answer. It gives you the answer. I created an AI bot that gives you what to say on the sales page. I created one that tells you you know what I mean? So when I was looking back the other day, for example, I was going through my AI bots that I've created. I was like, bro, I've created a bot for them almost for every single part. All for you stuck there? Here, do this. Oh, content, you need content ideas? Here go this one. Like over the year, I've given it. And it's like, man, what's the hold up? It ain't the tool, man. It's what's inside of your head that's stopping you. It ain't the lack of tools. The tools is out there, whether y'all get it from me or not. The tools is out there. So that's the question. If the tools is out there, what's holding me back? And what do I need to get over this hump? So I want you to think about, I want us to think about, what is the last thing I paid for that was $500, or was $1,000, or $5,000? What does my investing look like? What do I put my money into? What do I put my time into? And is it helping me get over this? So when people say knowledge is free, guess what? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But what you're paying for is the convenience, the accountability. Because guess what? Knowledge is free. You can find stuff on YouTube. Look at them courses that people got ain't open. There's knowledge in there. I'm giving you the framework in there. So obviously, there's more to it than just having access to knowledge. Obviously, it's more to it than just, here it is. You can be directed to what book to read, what program to take, what coach to go to. A little bit more than that. that you're actually paying for. So again, hopefully this hit home for somebody, man, because I really want to see y'all do good. I really want to see more testimonials. I really want to see more of y'all say, man, I launched the book, Brother Ben. I got 5 sales this week. I launched my course, Brother Ben, and I charged what I'm worth. And guess what? They paid for without hesitation, Brother Ben. I got it. Brother Ben, I helped 5 this week. I helped 10 more this week. But you would never be able to tell me that if you scared to turn the camera on and say something. Even if you get it wrong, say something. Hey, what's going on today? I want to teach you guys about how to solve the problem of, because it's about solving problems. I don't care about what your name is. So stop all that. Hey, y'all, it's Brother Ben X. I'm from Texas. So what? Hey, man, I have 3 ways that stops you from to start off with the problem that you solve, because you want to call out the problem, because if they got that problem, boom. But guess what? I've given you guys hooks. In some of the court, there's literally over 500 hooks sometimes. Over 100 hooks that I'm giving you. And some of y'all still start with, Assalamu alaikum. It's your brother this, it's your sister this. And guess what the person doing? Next. Man, I don't want to hear where you from and what's up, family? Come on, what's happening? Bro, start off right with a hook that's going to get me in. You're still starting your video wrong. So if you don't captivate me within the first 3 to 5 seconds, I'm not going to get to the end of your video where you're even talking about your ebook, where you're even talking about your course, because you started slow. I'm swiping. But I've taught y'all these things. So it's about implementation and just execution. So one more time, I'm going to give y'all the link. If y'all are interested in the ebook, and in this ebook, I give you guys how to even craft a better offer. Click on that link. It's free. Please apply it. That's all I ask. Just apply. It's free. It's free. Apply it. And if you're ready for the next level, you can apply for my community AI system that'll help you scale. But start with the free part. Everything, and I want you guys to think about all the free ebooks that y'all have got over the years. Think about it. You probably you done got books from 2018, 19. Y'all probably got some of my ebooks. I want you guys to go back to what you already have received and make sure that you've implemented that alone. Can we do that? Before you search for another strategy on YouTube, before you search for another podcast, before you go to another conference, can you go back to the knowledge that you received 2 years ago and make sure that you apply that? Then let the new stuff compound. See, that's the key. You're missing the compound interest, because this new stuff don't make sense because you didn't even apply what people was teaching 2 years ago. So there's new stuff way over your head. But if you started here, this is just compounding and it's connecting to what you should already know. That's the key people missing. So thank you all for listening, man. Please leave y'all feedback on this morning's power call, inside the power call, what y'all got of it. If you are watching on YouTube, please come back under the comments and let me know how this affected you. Was it helpful? What's missing? Have questions, because this whole week, man, I want to dedicate this to us, me, you. Discovering your gift. The minister said, blessed is he who finds his purpose. No more just making money just to make money. Let's find our purpose this week. Let's discover what I love, what I'm good at, what the world needs. Let's no more waiting 5 weeks, 10 weeks. This week, I want majority of y'all to figure this out this week, man. That's the goal this week. So thank y'all for listening, man. And I'll see you guys, inshallah, which means God willing, in the morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. Have a blacktastic day.
Is Brother Ben here? Brother Ben. Now, Ben got a heck of a program. A lot of people listening to Brother Ben. And Ben tells them about the minister. And Ben tells them about the minister.